Hi there. Welcome to my channel. So good to see you here. I always talk about controlling damaged hair, hoping that you can change your unhealthy hair habits and maybe get better at conditioning. And when you get better at conditioning, you feel proud about your conditioning and your hair will show it. I want you to ask yourself, how willing are you to take the next level of hair wellness? How much are you okay with changing your lifestyle? Making time every week for deep conditioning, brushing, just gathering the tools to have a better hair wellness is a change in your lifestyle. So yeah, some clients tell me that they have to have a calendar and to get started and to get regular and in a routine with their conditioning. And then some tell me that they've gotten into a routine uh, that their hair tells them when they need a deep conditioner. So how much time are you willing to put aside to learn better techniques of conditioning and to do the work? I mean, let's face it, you have to do the brushing. And brushing just isn't done. And if you're not used to doing brushing, I I think that everyone I talk to do not have a scientific brushing method in their home. They own vent brushes and blow drying brushes and round brushes. But to have a bristle brush that they use twice daily to brush their hair, people have gotten out of the habit. It used to be a very helpful tool, and they would that was routine. And for your mother to brush your hair 100 strokes was just so common. But now that has just gotten out of the. I think it just sort of slipped away, and so we're out of that routine. So how much are you willing to say, I'm going to get back in routine. I'm going to do the brushing. I'm going to do the deep conditioning. It's something to think about when you're looking at changing your bad hair habits at home. Or should we say the not wanted hair habits at home? You just need to change one for the other. To reach a level of hair wellness, you have to have patience with yourself. You have to calm down, relax, and say, you know what? I know this is not going to happen overnight. It took time to damage my hair. It's going to take time to get the wellness back. But when you start to thinking like that, then you start taking the first steps to hair wellness. When you can say to yourself, I'm not going to linger in my conditioning. I'm going to monitor my hair. I'm going to understand damage so that I can pick product better. With more knowledge, your conditioning will be better and your hair will show it. So are you willing to break the habit at home? A lot of times we've done our hair this way ever since we left high school. So what's the difference now? You have to change a lot. You're going to be doing more protection. You're going to put back what you take out. So now is the time for you to say to yourself, how much time will I donate to say I'm going to change, and then be willing to stick to it, even when you get off track. A lot of times that's what happens. You get off track. Next thing you know, you haven't brushed in a month, and you're like, well, why start now? So we have to understand that to get to a level of hair wellness, we need to be disciplined. We need to have a routine, and we need to be definite about making that choice. I think once a client makes that choice to say, I'm going to do different, then every day is another day. It's like any habit you form that you have to break away from. You have to get used to not having that routine and get into another routine that's a lot more beneficial for your hair wellness. It takes time. You're not going to change your hair in a day. And so you have to be patient when your hair is not the length you want or the target hairstyle you want. You have to have patience and say, this is changing because I'm doing something different. I no longer have the dehydration. I no longer have the tangles. So I'm doing something different and I'm going to get a different results. You have to talk to yourself. You have to stay disciplined, and then you have to really commit to your change of habits. And hair habits are not easy. We all get caught up in the emotional, I guess the emotional part of saying, oh, I want someone else's hair. Oh, I like that hair. Oh, I want that style. Oh, that'll be a perfect style for me to have. Sometimes you have to live with the style you have. And you have to think to yourself, you know what? This is getting better, and I've just made it look like the cutest hairstyle ever. So you have to learn how to be patient, stay on track, and learn how to incorporate the monitoring your damaged hair so that your problems do go away. And also you know how to condition your hair. Everyone is different. Everyone's hair damage is different. So the way you condition your hair on a routine basis is different from someone else. But basically, you're both doing the same thing because you're conditioning on a routine base. So remember, conditioners have to be built. They're not just installed in one conditioning treatment. So you have to make sure you use your deep heat conditioning, your brushing, your new healthier, or should we say, there again, I don't like that word healthy, your new techniques to conditioning for your hair for your hair wellness. And I think once you make that commitment, you make that change, it becomes a part of you. You won't even feel like 6 months down the line, you won't feel like it's different or it's difficult. You'll feel great, and it'll be right into your lifestyle. It'll just fall right into your lifestyle. Once you have made the room for your lifestyle to do different, it just picks up. My clients tell me, all the time that now it's my routine and I love my hair. So you have to kind of look out for your old hair habits and say, it's time for a change. It's 2025 and conditioning techniques are old and antiquated, and we need to reinvest for better knowledge so that we can get better hair wellness. I want to thank you for sending your email questions to detahair911@gmail.com. You also reach me on another platform, which is my Facebook, Dita Damaged Hair. Damaged hair is one word. On there is just information about deep conditioning, some fun stuff on there that is about hair. It all talks about hair and how to rehabilitate, how to condition. So if you file down, you'll see great pictures, and then underneath the pictures, you see information. I really appreciate the way you guys are communicating with me. You're doing such a great job. I'm able to go through your questions faster and give you more accurate questions or answers um, than what I could if you weren't communicating so well. You make it brief. You leave me important information for issues that need to be cleared up. So I really look forward to hearing from you on these other platforms, because it's just nice the way you're presenting yourself. And I realize that uh, I realize that it's hard to condense it all. And here again, I love the way you're getting back to me and letting me know your progress. I really appreciate that, because then I still note in my research uh, that, it's working, and that your comments are always noted so that I can better my advice and my conditioning for you. So I want to thank you so much for being clear and precise, and then you keep communicating so that we can grow together. You're going to need support during this transitioning. It's going to be a situation where you have to come back and get more information. That's why I try to make the videos short but very powerful, with the information that you can use and start your new challenge. But you do need to contact me often. If brushing is not going the way you think it should, contact me, because it's good to stay in touch. That way you can grow, and you can have support while you're growing in hair wellness. I I really think that it's important for us to give damaged hair a voice. So if you would leave a comment, push the button, subscribe, make a short comment. Just, you can do both. You can contact me, but also remember to let YouTube know that damaged hair needs a voice. Too many people out there stressed out about their hair and very upset because they have great hair and they want to save it before it's, too, I guess, lost or too damaged to do anything about it. Sometimes you can wait too long and then you end up with no hair. So it's good to know that you're able to contact me and we can talk back and forth. I wanted to talk with you, I guess, about a big hair fact. I think it's a hair fact, and it's important because it's part of learning your hair wellness. For instance, there are going to be a lot of emotions with your transitioning. You may feel that you want to go and try more products. We're used to this marketing scheme where we just keep trying products and we stick to the same brand. That's nice. But we still travel from one brand to another, especially if we don't see the results that we think we should see or you think you should see. And what happens is that it just complicates matters a little bit more when you are indecisive. So for instance, drifting from product, that's how we've been used to choosing product in the dark. So we just choose product. We like it, smells great, makes our hair soft. That's about as much as we're going to analyze. And so what happens is that we get into a conditioning rut where we are conditioning, but of course the hair takes time to grow, takes time to damage it, takes time for it to grow back healthier. And then it has to heal. Your scalp has to heal in the process just in case it's injured. Maybe it's not in your case. I'm not saying all cases. But the point I'm making is that it's transitioning to hair wellness means that you've got to let a lot of things go. For like brushing, you cannot not brush. You've got to get into that. I'm going to brush. It's part of my schedule. It's good for me. I enjoy brushing. I relax when my hair brushes, during my hair brushing. So it's got to be beneficial to you so you can keep it, so you'll want to do it and you won't get relaxed. A lot of times just, trying to repeat a habit and get into a habit is hard. You start thinking, oh, I didn't brush today. Oh, I haven't brushed in a month. Okay. Oh, I didn't deep condition. But if you want to see a change, you have to get into a routine. And so that means that you have to be confident. So are you confident enough where someone walk up to you and go, oh, I've got a wig for you, or, oh, you have hair damage, but you can use this product. And then you go to using their products because you think, oh, I like their hair. And then you might drift from chemical to chemical. A lot of times we don't think these silk perms and so forth are not chemicals. Just like when you put in the weaves now and they have the chemical and they put the ultraviolet light on it and glue the hair right into the hair, and you don't think of it as being that damaging, and you think of it as answering a question. Sometimes I've heard of the hair weaves and fake hair can be put in and not have to return to the hairstylist for 6 months. So it's twice a year you return to her to get the service updated. Um, when you have these options during the time that you're trying to go to hair wellness, you have to sit there and go, all right, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I know I won't see results right away, but I will see small results as I graduate. And so that takes time to get used to. You have to say to yourself, no, I'm not trying anyone else's product. I'm sticking with the product right now because I know it's giving me moisture. I like the way it's giving me protein. And I think that my deep condition is working. Because part of this is to get you to use your product better. And then you can tell if your product isn't working. A lot of times we put product on cold. We never deep condition with heat. So therefore, we're not getting the best out of our products. And there we're not getting the best out of our hair. So we want to say to you, I want to say, you've got to be like the phenomenal hair clients. They did the work. They did the brushing. They did the deep conditioning. They analyzed their hair. They kept in touch with me so I could give them support during this time of change and this time of learning what damage looks like and when it's gone. So all this is going on and you're thinking to yourself, these are hair problems that are not going to go away the next year. My hair is 3 inches long and it's not going to be I want it 10 inches. It's not going to be there in 6 months. So it's longevity. It's mind over matter. You have to focus, stay focused, learn how your hair operates, how to protect it, what your layers of damage is. And so you have to say to yourself, I'm not going to go with anything else. I'm going to stay in focus. I'm going to stay on my hair goals. And the hair goal is simple. I'm waiting for dehydration. I'm stopping the breakage. So when you can take your progress and say, I can laugh at it. You know what? My hair is short right now, but I've got great ideas and I got compliments today because how cute I styled it, and I'm going to see this conditioning through. And if you do this, then your level of hair wellness will grow and you'll feel more stable. And after you learn hair wellness, you won't vary. You won't get anybody to tell you too much different. You'll be like, no, I understand my damage. I understand what I need to do to get rid of it, and it works. So when you see progress like that, it helps you stay strong and stay on your hair goals. But yes, it is a fact that when you're trying to go and take your hair to another level of wellness, it is a difficult mindset. And so it's not so difficult that you can't do it. I was shocked. When my phenomenal hair clients, I knew that on paper it worked. And I knew that because it was inspired by clients who gave me information. What the thing was is that I really sat back thinking to myself, they're not going to do it. I wonder if they're really going to follow through and do the brushing and change their ways of conditioning when they've been doing their conditioning the same way all these years. So how are we going to get them to take their hair to the next level of wellness when they're so comfortable with doing their hair the way they're doing it? However, the phenomenal hair clients, they did it. They said, I want to end damage, and I will show you how definite I am about doing it. So when I saw them pull their self up by the bootstraps and take their damage and not be so serious about it, but also be serious enough to change. So when you start changing your conditioning hair habits, you take your hair to the next level of wellness. Once you reach that level of wellness, then you realize you have knowledge. You can choose product better, and you can also get the best out of your product. So with this information, it embetters you in so many ways. It embetters you. It improves you because you're now protecting your hair. You know what it takes to get your hair back in shape, and you know the damage that you're dealing with because you've been working with your damage and understanding it all this time. So give yourself time to take your hair to the next level of wellness and stay focused. Stay on your deep conditioning. Stay on your brushing. Stay on a good sleep. Think about your stretching so that you relax at night. The important part about relaxing at night for your hair is that make sure all of you go to sleep. So don't let a hurt knee keep you up all night. And that'll hurt your hair wellness. And so you want to make sure you stay positive. I created a Facebook called Dita's Journal, and it's about hair faith. What happens is that we have clients that lose hair faith. They get to thinking bad, or someone has, insulted their hair, told them their hair didn't look good, and the person, if it's your husband or wife, or if it's your if it's your kids, or maybe a stranger, or maybe someone that says, hey, I can help you because your hair don't look good. You have to be positive and say, no, it doesn't, but I'm doing this and I'm going to stick to it because I know my hair will look better in the long run. So, can you stay above not feeling so bad that you drift to another chemical, or that you drift from products to products because, oh, my hair is bad? You've got to think positive about yourself, and you got to have security in your system, and that's your hair wellness system. That's the deep conditioning. That's the brushing. That's the relaxation, eating good. Body wellness is what it's about. And so when you can get happy about that and understand that this is what you should be doing, this is a part of your body wellness. If you're working on your body and you're getting yourself better and you're working on your mental, your hair falls right in there. Your hair wellness is with your body wellness and your mental wellness. Some say it's their joy. Their hair is their joy. Their hair is their beauty. And so they are very, very in love with their hair. And so they don't want to sit back and watch it go and just watch it just, thin out and disappear or not get better in growth rate. So yes, you have to have hair faith to say that, you know what, this is what I should invest in, my hair wellness. And when you start to think positive, this Facebook hopefully keeps you that way. And so when you falter, it's normal. But hopefully when you go to the Facebook, you'll think to yourself, I've got a second breath. I've got another surge of energy to stay with my hair wellness and my hair goals. And I think it's important for you in order to gain pride and self-worth. When you take over your hair damage and start controlling it, you feel so happy that you're in control. And so I would like you to experience that happiness. I think everyone should. So at least have the option. Right now, damaged hair doesn't have an option. You're damaged, and that's where you stay. And over-the-counter products is not helping. What's wrong? What's wrong is your layers of damage. And that maybe we don't return to the hairstylist enough where she can help you. Sometimes if you just catch your problem fast, and stylists study their products, they don't just try to sell anything that they can. They look at their products and go to seminars, learn about their products, and so they might be able to help you. But what happens is that they don't condition, they don't push the conditioning as much. So if your hair damage is more than what they have experience in, then of course they can't help you. But maybe if you go and you have dehydration and you return, say, you know what, I need conditioning. Can you help me? And so they might have you come in and have a conditioner, or they might have you come in for a conditioner and then put you on products that are good. If it doesn't work, try to go back and talk with her and see if you can get that cleared up. But if your damage has gotten a lot worse and has deteriorated, then maybe they don't have enough experience. Remember, they don't specialize in damaged hair, so their conditioning can only go so far. As where I've had 30 years of damaged hair, and I can help you. Hopefully, I don't think it's one person that I haven't met and helped. So I would like to help you as well. Let's get confidence about our hair wellness. Know that you have the power to do it. Don't stray back from your hair wellness. When you start learning about the layers of damage and how to treat it, stay focused so it can clear up. But that's not going to happen in 3 months, 2 weeks. It may take a year, depending on how severe your damage is. However, you can see small progress the whole time. Progress the whole time. So remember to take your time, be patient, and if you do need some words of wisdom and faith that your hair is worth investing in, then my Facebook Deta's Journal will help you. Uh, I want to thank you for staying. I definitely want to thank you for coming, and I definitely want to thank you for your comments. Now, I appreciate you, so go have a good hair day. Thank you.